Now, I use sugar quite a lot in cooking. Obviously, if you make cakes, you have to put sugar in them. So let's not beat around the bush. Sugar is a thing that people eat. But it's just interesting to see the contortions people will go to avoid telling themselves they're eating sugar. Now, all of these things down here, now these are sugar substitutes and they are low calorie and they're not going to rot your teeth and all that kind of thing. Now, some of these artificial sweeteners people are a little bit suspicious of, and there was all sorts of scare stories about whether they cause diseases and all kinds of things. However, let's have a look at some of the things that people tell themselves so that they don't think that they're eating sugar. Here's one, look, fruit sugar. Sounds healthy, doesn't it? Fruit sugar for a naturally sweet twist. Yeah, but that's just sugar. It's fructose, sugar. And then we've got all of these things here. Agave nectar, agave syrup. It's lovely stuff. I mean, this is good. This is just as delicious as maple syrup or sugar syrup to put on your pancakes. Although some people might argue with me on that. But anyway, this is just sugar syrup. It doesn't matter whether it's natural or whether it came from a different plant. It's sugar of some sort. So let's have a look at some of the other things as well. Look, organic coconut sugar. You know, 100% natural and organic. Yeah, but it's just sugar. And this one's funny. Look, I quit sugar. Rice malt syrup. No, you didn't. You didn't quit sugar at all. You're just eating it in a different form. Let's have a look at what else we can see here. I think this has got to be the funniest one of all, actually. Look, here we are. Organic dried sugarcane juice. Yeah, we already have a name for that. That's called sugar. So here's the thing. I'm walking to work today because the roads are, well, the roads are not too bad here, actually. But in many places, even down here in the south of England, the roads are actually pretty impassable. Now, very often when the weather's like this, you hear people say, oh, why are we never prepared? You know, and they compare us to places like Denmark or Sweden or Germany, where life just carries on as normal when there's a little bit of snow. But when we have a little bit of snow here in the UK, everything grinds to a halt. And people can often complain about that and say, you know, why aren't we prepared? Why couldn't we cope with a little bit of snow? Well, the point is, it's exceptional. We have these sort of conditions maybe 2 days of the year. Now, I don't really want my tax spent on snowplows and road clearance equipment that's going to sit idle for 363 days of the year. I don't want my money spent on that. So actually, what we get is this. Every now and again, things grind to a halt. It's not wrong and it's not abnormal. We're just not ready, and it's not worth being ready. So there we go, snow day. So I'm going to see what's happening in the office today. I've actually walked in to see whether the office is going to be open. I suspect not. So it could be a snow day today. So as I rather suspected, we only spent a few hours in the office and then it started snowing again. And we are back to impassable roads. And we had to send people home. So this is an ungritted road, so this road here is just packed snow, and it's possible to drive on this because it's not too steep, but actually a lot of other roads in the area have got quite an incline to them, and so people just got sent home and we'll work from home as best we can. The snow is falling again because the amount of investment we'd have to make to keep the country running when this occasional set of conditions occurs is just unreasonable. So all we can do is do the best we can and accept that every now and again everything stops and we have to go home, sit at home and watch some snowflakes falling, or actually, you know, if we get the chance, get out there and enjoy it. So I'm going to do that now. So it's I've got a little bit of work to do. Hopefully I can still continue to work from home, but after that I'm just going to enjoy the snow a little bit. Okay, Eva's never actually been out in the snow before. This is her first experience of snow. Eva, slow down. You're going to pull me over. So yeah, we've had some quite heavy snow last couple of days. We don't normally get very much of it down here on the south coast, but it's hit us this time. And this is Eva's first trip out in the snow. She's never seen snow before in her life, and she doesn't really know what to make of it. Bring it here then. Okay, okay, ready? Well, she's doing okay, considering she's such a tiny little dog. She's got a little horsey coat on. Okay, one more time. One more time, then we go home. This way. Okay, that'll do now. That'll do. So one of the problems for wildlife in weather like this is that they can't find food. So all I'm going to do is just get a rake, I think, and scrape away some of the snow and try and expose a bit of soil so that the birds can scratch around and try and find insects and other invertebrates to eat. So I've only been able to do it in a few little places like this where there's maybe already a little bit of natural shelter, so hopefully that'll stay clear a bit longer. And I'm not really sure how much help that will be to the birds, but hopefully better than nothing. And then same thing out here in the front garden. So we've got a few places where bushes have sheltered it a little bit, and there are some leaves there, so I'm just going to rake those out. And hopefully underneath here there'll be some invertebrates and other things that birds are interested in eating. Hopefully if I just clear the snow off the top, it'll allow them to get down to the food. And the other thing I can do as well is just, we've got a little log here, so I'm just going to clear the top of that, and I've already put some sunflower seeds and other food on there. I'll put a few things out in plain sight as well. So there we are, the snow is now beginning to melt. So as quickly as it began, it's now more or less over. So that was 2 days of disruption. Everything is returning to normal. The roads are still not completely clear, but they're all passable now. And we're starting to see the soil again through the snow, so that's good. So that means the birds will be able to forage for food. Everything returns to normal. So there we go, that's what happens when it snows here in the south of England. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.